Hello, my name's Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Curtain Steel in Supreme Ruler Ultimate. In previous episode we started selling some artillery and tanks to North Vietnam and they seem to be doing fairly well. They've at least conquered one town over here since then. I mean, we did have to sell them a bit of supply trucks as well so they could actually move forward, but beyond that, we've also been trying to do a lot of diplomatic deals and maybe strengthen ties with the existing Warsaw Pact members just to make sure that they don't, you know, slip away at some point, which they still might. We'll do our best to make sure that they don't. It's gonna be a lot of counter offers, I reckon. But if you have basically all the deals and all that sort of stuff, that our relation should be pretty darn good. Whether that's actually gonna succeed or not, I don't know yet. How's our relations with Bolivia? I think we still got pretty decent. You know what? With the auto trade deals up active over there. Diplo relations are really good with them. Egypt might have a bit of problems. I mean, they got... Actually, the military approval rating is pretty good. Domestic approval rating is not massive. It's better than what we have, but we don't have elections. We don't need to worry about that too much. Military production level 3 has been completed. There's a lot of things that we're now researching. Plus, that probably unlocks some more research over here. So that's the... Actually, not necessarily... Oh, right, yeah, these are available for research. Not too much there. What about recon? No, not much there. There's a T-10M heavy tank, but that needs another tank tech, which we can actually put into the research queue. Although, before we do, let's double check that someone like Germany hasn't already researched that. Nope. Alright, well, let's put that in then. How is our economy doing? Unemployment is still 4.1. Inflation is relatively high. GDP per capita isn't massive, but it tends to be quite a bit lower in communist and dictatorship countries. I wonder if they'll... Oh, right, they're cleaning up all of that area first. But they still need to take out the airfield in here, and that's probably easier said than done. And then start advancing down south, I hope. Now, to be fair, we've gotten... Actually, yeah, we've got... some of the trade deals at least completed. All the agreements completed. Let's have a look at over here. Can we get the formal alliance yet? Nope. We didn't get the mutual defense either. Let's try to re-offer that. Oh, here we are. There's some Chinese troops in here. Oh, that's probably what's helping quite a bit in here, isn't it? Well, maybe not that much in the end, because I don't think those Chinese troops can actually conquer anything for them. And all of this that is switching hands is just because they don't have any supplies in here anymore. And the French planes, I mean, suppose they might shoot at the French planes every now and then when they try to attack. But that's about it. But yeah, they're slowly clearing all of this. Oh no, the Chinese unit did actually capture some of that. Interesting. Okay, what about missile defense? Because you didn't answer to my defensive pact offer. That area still needs to be switched. Oh, wait a minute. Is there... No, there isn't a supplies in here. Okay, so this should technically switch hands. Eventually, although I suppose they don't have supplies on this side either, so they might have to get in there to actually make a difference. Right, so I'm guessing research cost... Oh, yeah, 56... close to 57 million now. Yeah, advanced isotopes is almost done, so that's going to be another research unlocking... Superconductivity theory. Well, actually, it's not going to unlock that yet, but it is going to unlock this one. Rating for healthcare goes up, but also the cost goes up. Not really that bad, though. Does that unlock anything new? Synthetic antibiotics. That's pretty decent. Increases the cost again, but also the rating. Let's actually have a look. How is the healthcare rating for us right now? It's 80%, so that's actually not that bad. Social cost total is over 100 million though. Healthcare is about 1/4 of it. Infrastructure, although, yeah, that's a lot more. I could probably lower this just a little bit. It was a little bit of money and they'll keep the infrastructure rating around 100%. And the law enforcement is currently at 100%. We'll try to keep it there as much as possible. Right, so we do have a transit treaty in there. What about labor force? Let's see if they'll accept that. They might have a lot of population, but not a lot of work, so we can take them in. And then we can just, you know, offer them some good deals. They got on some research done there. They got the improved AA guns and radio guidance system. Alright. Oh, and Finland's buying some military... Oh, wow, they're buying a lot of military goods from us. Do we have the stockpile for that? Well, we got 200,000, so yeah, I would say that we do. Atomic bomb tests by UK. Okay. Just gonna say okay on that. That's all. So they've had their test. I guess they're slowly catching up in tech then. I do wonder though, if we wanted to buy some tech from USA, is there anything that they have? Oh yeah, they got plenty of things that we don't have. Like the nuclear reactor design, but that's bloody expensive. We also got some things that they don't have. I don't think they'd be paying much, to be fair. We are kind of the opposing nations right now. And the heart of the Cold War. Now, I do wonder if they've stripped it in the revolt in Cuba at some point. Because that was in the 50s. I think that was like 56. I might be quite a bit off, to be fair, but I think that is somewhere around there. So if we just wait for long enough, there might be a revolt in Cuba, and then we can get another nation into the pact at some point. Bolivia is still firmly in the pact. Is there any trade deals that we could do with you, like land transit treaty? Nope. Non-aggression pact is a possibility. An alliance between Turkey and Japan. Okay, so there's one dot over there. It's still sort of holding ground there. Is there any... I don't think they have any engineer... Well, no, there is the combat engineer from China in here. Eisenhower elected 34th President of the United States. Well, congratulations. Oh, and there's the... Oh, wow, they just destroyed that unit. Okay, then. That's a bit unfortunate. Perhaps I should start selling you some anti-aircraft guns. That might be useful. So, air defense... Should have plenty of these. Well, not actually that many. We can probably sell all 5, though. Or rather, give all 5. It's probably going to take a while before they arrive in here. Now, I do wonder if there's any more land production in the vicinity, then. Oh, that's just a base over there. Let's have a look. Land production... Yeah, we know of that one. Oh, and we got the carry hydraulic catapults already discovered. Now, that was quick. And Bolivia is switching back and forth a little bit there. Right, well that's not great. What are we producing in here actually? We're producing tanks and supply trucks and combat engineers. Okay. Don't think we're getting a lot of the combat engineers though, are we? Oh, there's 2 in there. There's 2 tanks over there, alright. What I'm going to entrench these into the harbour as well. That's going to be quite a strong troop. So I suppose we could still do is we could just put in the AA guns in here to be produced as well. So it's going to cycle through, so it's going to be a little bit less artillery most likely. Well, not that much less. Oh, and China is now going back and forth. Okay, China, I think what we need to do is we need to start improving relations with one another. Also supporting your... government a little bit, and let's also make sure... Oh, you got a science thing. Modern Stirling engines. How about I buy that from you? And then I can sell you some more techs. You got a pretty good amount of cash there. You actually got more than I do. Especially now that I sold you that. But let's do the improved medical research. There we go. And let's actually have a look. Is there any sort of treaties that we could do? Not mutual defense. Land transit? No. Non-aggression? No. Okay, so not really much in regards to that. Sell in some more medical stuff. One thing that I should... Oh. Italy and Turkey have formed an alliance. Let's see. Multiple vaccines is a thing. Healthcare rating costs. And then healthcare rating with the sulfur drugs. Oh, Mexico is now NATO leaning, so I guess we didn't do enough with them. Alright. I suppose most of these are not communist countries, and the democracies are just more drawn towards the NATO. It kind of makes sense. Because most of the nations in the Warsaw Pact are not democracies. Oh wow, China started... Actually, it's not necessarily only China, but yeah, there's a lot of combat going on in here. There's decent bit of garrisons, though, that they need to break through from. I don't know how much I can actually deal in here. Weird change. Bolivia moved to the Warsaw Pact leaning from Warsaw Pact Alliance. Alright. They might switch back. They might not switch back. Form alliance with China seems to be not on the cards. If we can't do anything else, we'll just support the government for now. We can maybe do some trade deals, at least with the tech still. You know, get some money out of them. Right, so what I could do... I got the... Actually, do I have the full transit treaty through North Vietnam? I believe we do. Oh, we may have had them separate, but yeah, we do have all three of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this stack, do a sea transit into your port over there. And hopefully they'll arrive here in decent enough time. Oh, there we go. They captured the airfield there. And that was their capital. Now the capital is down here. Can they break through that? I think they can. It'll take it. Oh, yeah, they got one of the IS-2Ms. That is making a massive difference in that combat, I reckon. Oh, there's Australians bringing troops here. Well, I don't know if that's allowed. There we go. That's another city switching hands. There's still a little bit of land over here that hasn't switched hands completely. But now they should be able to start focusing down south. And hopefully that'll make quite a difference. So my ships are now moving in. They're sailing around China. That's good. And let's see. So Jordan is buying some timber. We're still supporting Iran. Got the multiple vaccines to China. How about we still use something that I know you want? Tank techs. Get the Chinese tanks to be a bit better. Because I'm sure that China will be helping a lot of the nations that in our faction here. Not necessarily all directly, but still good to have. Oh. I just moved to NATO aligned from NATO leaning. Alright. A lot of trade deals going on, and there we go. My troops have arrived in Haiphong. I'm just going to entrench my troops in there for now until I sort of have a guarantee that my troops can actually conquer things for them. Now, to be fair, let's just go ahead and take tanks from here. Make them a group. Get to Vin. And then let's see if our troops can actually capture anything or not. They might not be able to. But it's definitely worth a try. Formal alliance? Nope. And I'm pretty sure that the defensive... But they should accept that, but they might not. Right, so let's move in here. Will that... Oh, it does move stuff to them. If there's no opposition... Okay, let's just move down there. Then let's pull back a little bit to make sure that the supplies can start spreading in here. I'm going to try to make my way all the way to Hugh. And then from there I can maybe make my way to the cities over here. So let's go ahead and bring in the combat engineers as well. And a bit of artillery. We don't really need to have a full group of artillery, but let's say we have 5 artillery and 2 supply trucks. Make that into a battle group. And move it down here somewhere. Provide a bit of support. I don't know if they'll actually start bombarding though. They might not. Not until we have the proper alliance, or formal alliance. Which they would not take right now. Bit of a shame. Let's just do a bit of advancing in here, shall we? Oh wow, yeah, those are rather quick. Now, to be fair, I need to get some Vietnamese troops in here as well. Otherwise, we're going to have a bit of a problem. Because if there is any opposition coming in, then we're going to start losing the ground. I think we lost over... There might be a unit over there, or it might just be that there's... Oh, yeah, there is a unit there. There we go. Ooh, yeah, we lost the supply rocks there. Improved avionics has been researched, excellent, and... Oh, Finland is no aligned again. Oh, bollocks. Well, that's a bit of a nuisance. And yeah, our supply trucks have been destroyed. Let's pull back the artillery a little bit. Pull back these troops as well. Because we are firing down there. Of course, if we pull back here, we might not be... Oh, there we go. There's some Vietnamese troops coming in. And the Chinese are pouring in now as well. The combat over here has begun. And I think my troops will hold the ground fairly well. Although the planes are going to be a problem. I can't really deal with them, with my troops in here. We lost 2 supply trucks, but that's not really that bad. Okay, I can maybe support over there. Let's bring in the artillery slightly closer. Move in the tanks a little bit closer as well. I actually wonder, if we move in here, there is no airfield in Hue. And these garrisons are no match for our tanks, although let's pull that one back. I don't want to lose any tanks. Oh, and the supplies are running a bit low in here. We're still doing good damage. I suppose I could send in the 3 combat engineers over here. Once we capture Hue, we can set up base over there, basically, and start repairing... Oh dear. I'm gonna have to pull this entire crew back, I think. Move in the artillery within reach of Hue City, shall we? I'm gonna have to pull at least these 3 back a little bit more. Those ones are slowly repairing. There's just 1 garrison remaining. Oh, did we? No, we didn't lose. Oh, Japan and Norway have allied, and we're selling more timber to Mexico. Okay, that one needs to pull back. The bombardment is still going on. We could maybe send in one of these tanks to support that. There we go. We capture Hue City. Now we just need to hold that. There's going to be a lot of airstrikes for a little bit, but we can start entrenching in there, which means that we'll be taking a bit less damage. And there we go. Oh, wow, they've actually captured a lot of land over here in the meanwhile. If they can capture that, that'd be nice. There's still a little bit of stuff over there that they do need to capture, I reckon. But actually, once that current capital is gone, which seems like it might be gone soon. Yeah, there we go. And then these 2. Yeah, they got the capital there now, so they just need to capture these 2, and then Laos is no more. Well, yeah, no, that's just forest there. Yeah. So Laos is not going to be around for much longer, I reckon. Okay, I'm just going to bring in a little bit of the troops that are somewhat well in repairs, or repaired somewhat well, to fortify Hue, because in the city they can repair faster, because it's got higher supply in there. And Bolivia is... Okay, back to leading, alright. Oh, what did we sell? Oh, timber. Alright, I mean, the trade was fairly balanced in there, I'd suppose. Right, Vietnam, can we do a formal alliance here? Nope. Alright. We do have a mutual defense, at least. That's definitely good news. I do have something over there. Maybe all the way around here. Because the Chinese didn't... Oh, wait, no, I think it was just a supply truck. Supply trucks don't... Oh, we captured spies from Belgium. Alright. And these troops are slowly fixing themselves. We do have the supplies in here. Just... Oh, yeah, no, there wasn't actually anything in here. Well, there's garrisons in these 2, I reckon. Oh, and there's a capital ship over there. Which is probably going to start doing some problems. Technically speaking, do we have any... Modifying intelligence assigned to United Kingdom is believed to have been captured, alright. So there is spy things going on, at least, that's for sure. I wonder, do we have any submarines down in Vladivostok? So is that is called Prison. Go for Prison. We do have a lot of things in here, and we do have at least one of these submarines, so we can deploy that one. Right, so there was only that one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send this first into Korea, because we should have the access treaty for... Yeah, we got sea access. We're going to move it there, then we're going to try to send it all the way into Vietnam. Then we're going to sail along the coast here and sink the capital ships if we can. Because if we fire from the terrains or territory of Vietnam, then we should be fine. Let's get the troops a little bit closer. We can entrench these at Hugh City, and let's move in the artillery within there. That should be... Actually, I think it doesn't need to go that close. I think over here should be... Actually, no, I don't know if it's fine. No, I think we do need to get closer. So move that closer, and then let's move in these into combat range. Okay, that one needs to pull back already. That one needs to pull back. The combat engineers don't last in the combat all that long, I'm afraid. And that one needs to pull back. Tanks are doing fairly well. As long as they've got supplies. Okay, now I think we're taking a bit of casualties in here. That one's going to have to pull back. And that one's going to have to pull back. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these that are in a bit worse shape, take them to Hugh City to repair slightly faster. We got the artillery still firing at least, so that's good. Oh, there's Korean troops in here as well. There's a decent chunk of Chinese units in here helping in the war, but yeah, we're doing pretty good progress. Oh, right, so we still haven't captured that. What I should probably do is once we capture these two cities here, which seems to be coming along quite nicely actually, just going to send these into the town for the time being to repair them. We can move in the artillery within reach. Start doing a bit more damage on them. That should make their life a lot easier. Oh, the Chinese are losing a bit of a minute here. But, oh well. Yeah, oh! Right, they've gotten really far, haven't they? A nuclear reactor design has been researched. Excellent. Does that unlock any... So, thermoelectric generators. Is that going to be going for the... Well, not directly. The medical, there's the modern pharmacology. Yeah, we'd probably do want that. In the warfare, there's strategic nuclear weapons, which we probably want to get at some point. What does that unlock? Oh! 100 kiloton nuclear bomb. 50 kiloton nuclear bomb. And this is a... Oh, no, that's USA's missile. I think we will have some personal nuclear weapons at some point. I think I might put that into the research queue just in case. Have we got on? No, we haven't got on most of the units repaired. Although we've got some of these tanks over here repaired finally. Let's pull them into Da Nang. Oh, and there we go. We captured that without me actually participating in that combat. Alright, well let's go ahead and send my troops into the west here. Capture those two remaining locations. I think I'm actually going to attack the industrial complex first. Capture that one and then fight for the remaining city. Because that's probably going to be the better option. Anyway, let's move in the artillery down, let's see, within 3 tiles of both. So somewhere over there probably. Should be fine. We've got a few units over here that are still repairing. I don't have anything in there anymore, do I? No. So either got the troops in Hugh City or the ones that are moving in here. It isn't too bad. Oh, Uruguay is nature leaning, alright. Well, I think warfare is going to be our way to expansion. Right, are these going to be strong enough? I think they might be. There's 1 combat engineer, there's 5 tanks. Let's move them just a little bit closer. I'm going to move the tanks first, so they'll start taking the hits for... Oh, wow. World market relations. We should be concerned about our declining world market approval rating. This leads to economic sanctions or worse. What's the worst that could happen? Right, let's send the tanks there. We're dealing a lot of damage, that's for sure. The combat engineers to pull back, though. Oh, there was a plane strike coming in from somewhere. Come on, then. There we go. That's another one down. And our tanks are still... Oh. We may need to send someone in there. There we go. So now we captured that. Let's just entrench in the city, repair. So there's a Portuguese artillery in there, but it shouldn't be able to fire in here, I don't think. Because, oh, yeah, Laos has been eliminated. Alliance with Canada and New Zealand. Well, I'm not too worried about that. Vietnam is buying some metal ore, that's good news. What we might want to do is bring in a bit more troops, although at this stage... Oh, right, we did have a lot more troops in here. Bring in another group down this way. Provide a bit of artillery support ever, especially against the cities like that, would be really helpful. And then there's the Cambodia and South Vietnam that are still hanging in here. I have a feeling that North Vietnam really likes at this stage. Would that be enough to get a formal alliance though? No. What about that? No. We do have free trade at least. Labor force, on the other hand, not so much. Missile defense, we could maybe get that one. Let's actually go ahead and get another 2 of the trucks from here to join up with these troops. As long as we keep them somewhat far away from the enemy air force, it should be fine. But yeah, I think the ideal composition for 7-unit artillery troop would be 4 artillery pieces, 2 supply trucks, and 1 anti-aircraft gun to keep the troops somewhat safe. Of course, if you keep the artillery very close to the front line most of the time and all that, without necessarily having a strong front line, then you'll have to have a bit of defensive troops there as well. So maybe 3 artillery, 1 air gun, 1 supply truck, and 2 units to provide a bit of meat shield. Right, so the monetary situation isn't really great. How's our domestic approval rating? 21.7. Not great, if I'm all honest. Advanced ballast tanks is going to be done soon, so that's going to unlock the submarine research. At least to a degree. Modern pharmacology is going to be one of the things that we're going to get soon. It's going to repair my, well, frontline troops. Which, to be fair, the engineers have already been repaired. And there is an airfield over there, so let's just go ahead and start sending the troops down that way. I'm going to leave that group still as is. I'm going to recombine that group. And we've got our artillery group over here. Oh, that is an airfield, though. In theory, I might be able to bombard that. Let's deselect those 2. Bombard. I think we'll be able to deal some damage on the troops based in that airfield, and I think that is pushing the planes further away. Did we? Oh yeah, we got these combat engineers here. Let's bring them closer so we can see what sort of stuff is in there right now. Got the advanced ballast tanks and our troops over here. Most of them are ready now. At least the tank group is ready, so I'm just going to pull that on the road there. This one could maybe be brought at least a little bit closer, if nothing else. So let's send you into Hugh again, I suppose. Did we get in the second artillery group? We did. Not going to start firing in there yet. But I think what we're going to do over here is stop the bombardment. I think we've gotten rid of the enemy airfield or air forces in there. And once we get our tanks in, which, to be fair, aren't far, I should probably do is actually send in these 2 supply trucks over there for a short period of time to make sure that the tanks can be ready to... Oh, well, there's a few enemies in there. There we go, we're doing some bombardment. Right, so these are not quite ready for combat yet, are they? Combat time is 10 out of 10. And I suppose they got the supplies, but they just need a bit of rest, generally speaking. Well, I think it's time to send them in. You can send these 3 in as well. Dealing pretty good damage, I'd say. And that airfield has been captured. So regroup the artilleries. So where's going to be our next target? We could go along the coastal road here. Oh, right, we didn't actually move in the submarine, did we? No, we did not. I'm hoping that it can reach all the way here, though. Which is not guaranteed. But maybe. Maybe it can. Turkey and Norway have formed an alliance. Syria and Austria buying things. That's good. We are actually making a bit of cash, at least. So some of the more expensive research has probably ceased. Oh yeah, the research costs have dropped drastically. And the combat engineer over here can probably be brought a little bit closer now. And I think, well, we could go for that one first, then go for the timber mills, and then the airfield, and these 2 cities and the other airfield, and then get closer and closer to Saigon. So in this timeline, The war in Vietnam is not going to last for decades. It's going to be a few years. Let's go ahead and bring in artillery over there. Artillery over here. We've got the combat engineers that we can probably group up over there. Okay, we saw a little bit of the troops there. Good to know. I have to pull back some of these tanks already. But I think we will be able to win this. Especially, let's go ahead and send in one of the supply trucks there so they can keep on fighting. Come on. There's one more unit there. Let's just take that entire group. Entrench it in the town. And we're going to pull the artillery back a little bit. Because there's probably going to be some planes flying about here. And I don't want them to start attacking my artillery if I can avoid it. Not until we're ready to fight again. Okay, so there was a bit of troops here. Okay, I think what we may need to do is we need to capture that airfield first. Because it seems like there is so much air forces in here that we can't really advance that much without taking care of that one first. Iran and Luxembourg have formed an alliance. Okay. That's a bit of a surprise, I'll admit. But we are out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, bye bye.